So a question from June 14, a past paper question. It says, by sketching each of the graphs, y is equal to cosecant x and y is equal to x into pi minus x between 0 and pi, show that this equation. Now you see that he has formulated an equation through these two equations. It says, so show that this equation has exactly two real roots in the interval between x between 0 and pi. Okay. So first of all, this y is equal to cosecant x. If you want to know how to draw this y is equal to cosecant x, you must know that this cosecant x is the reciprocal of sine x. And we know these values, that sine is 0 here, 1 here, 0 here, and -1 here. If this is how you have the sine x, then how could be this behaving? So the reciprocals of all these values here. So this is infinity, 1, infinity, and this is going to be -1. So you see that cosecant x is infinity at 0 and pi. So if this is 0 here, and this is basically, we take intervals of 90 or pi by 2 for this sine or cosecant. So if we have 1 here, okay, I should have an asymptote here, a vertical asymptote. Okay, so I'll be drawing a dotted vertical line here. So this is cosecant 90 or pi by 2. Okay, and then this is coming from infinity and then going back to infinity. That is how you have this cosecant x graph. Okay, and then for this then the other graph, which is your x into pi minus x. What kind of graph is this? What kind of function is this, x into pi minus x? Can you please tell me quickly? Hurry up, bacho. This is x into
quadratic expression.
It is quadratic, okay? And now, when it is quadratic, so will it be a positive curve like this or a negative curve like this if it is quadratic?
Negative.
Yeah, this will be negative because your x square has a negative, coefficient, okay? What are the two roots of this x into pi minus x? It is quite clear. One is 0 and the other is pi, okay? So we are clear that this is going to be something like this. And here it is 0 and here it is pi. You people know that this quadratic curve has a line of symmetry here. So this should be at pi by 2. Now I have to copy down this graph over here. I only need to see that what is this value over here? Is it higher than 1 or lower than 1? Okay. So for that purpose, what I need to do is I just find like if this is y is equal to x into pi minus x, okay? So I'll be doing this as pi by 2 into pi minus pi by 2. So if you do that quickly, what do you get? This is pi by 2 squared, okay? So what is this pi by 2 squared? So this is going to be 2.45 approximately. So that is much higher than this. This is going to be 2 here, and this value is going to be pi by 2 whole square, okay, over here. So this has to be a symmetric graph here. This is going like this, and then going like this from here, okay? So we have drawn this sketch, and we have shown that, yes, these two graphs are intersecting at two different points over here, okay? Now, just remember this sketch, okay? I'm moving to the next page where we have to do its second part. It says, show that this equation can be written in this form. The equation which is cosecant x, that is x into pi minus x. It says it can be written in the form x is equal to 1 plus x squared sine x over pi sine x. Okay. Now this is totally up to you. If you start from this equation on the left hand side and show that in this form, or you start from the right hand side and you show that into this form, which is here on the left hand side. But nevertheless, you see that this equation has been changed in the form that you have x equal to something. So maybe in future, if you have to make an iterative formula, so you just remember that you have to rearrange your equation so that this is going to be x equal to blah blah blah, and there can be more than one such different forms where you can have x equal to whatever over here. Okay. Now this is easier if I start from this side. Okay, I'll do that cross multiplication. So this will give me pi x sine x, that is 1 plus x squared sine x. I'll take that this term to the left hand side. This is pi x sine x minus x squared sine x equal to 1. You can take sine x common from here. Okay, this is pi x minus x squared, that is equal to 1. Okay, now this is going to be sine x 1 over, I take x common from here. This is pi minus x. And now I write the reciprocal of both the sides. The sine x reciprocal is cosecant x, and this is x into pi minus x. So we have shown that this is basically derived from that main equation here. Okay. Now, uh, third part A, we have to use an iterative formula. So you see that the symbols have been added to this equation here. So this is xn plus 1, that is equal to 1 plus xn squared sine xn over pi sine xn. Okay, says now it says this is this. So we have to find this alpha. Okay, it says there are, like, if I take you back to this diagram here, it says there are two roots over here. One is alpha, other is beta. Okay, so this is going to be definitely alpha here, and this is going to be beta over here. Okay, so it says alpha is less than beta, so that means he wants us to find this value over here. Okay, so now we have to find this alpha, where alpha is less than this beta. Okay, so there has to be an initial value over here, that has to work as x1. Now you see that this is between 0 and pi by 2. Okay, but if I take 0 here, everything is going to be 0. So instead of 0, if you see that, I'm going to take you back again. This is somehow between 0 and pi by 2, something like pi by 4. Okay, now pi by 4 is, let me find that pi by 4 here. Just a minute. I'll prefer to take this as pi by 4. Okay, guys, please look at this. Like you know, the nearest value to this can be pi by 4. Okay, do you agree with me or not? Come on. Yes, bacho, be quick. We are running out of time. If I take pi by 4 nearest to this, anyone who's an objection here? I think you all of you are sleeping.
Sir, can you explain this again?
I was saying that when I have to find this alpha, I need an initial value for that iterative process. Okay, so I'm just guessing that if this is pi by 2, this is 0, so you have pi by 4 over here. So I can start from pi by 4. I can take pi by 4 as my x1. So what do you have to Do you have any other idea for this x1, for this initial value, for this iteration? I'm waiting. Is there any other suggestion, any other idea that I should take instead of this pi by 4? Or if you have any problem that why I am taking this pi by 4?
Sir, can we also take pi by 2?
Very good question. If you take pi by 2, there is a chance you might end up getting this pi, this beta over here. Like there is a 50% chance of getting beta because this pi by 2 is equally distant from both of these roots. So I need to take a value which is between 0 and pi by 2. So you take any value like pi by 2 is, let's say, you can even start from 1.5 because pi is 3 point something. So half of that is like, more than 1.5. So if you take 1.5, you will definitely be reaching that alpha. So do you understand that now? Why did I take
Yes,
this? Yes, why did I take this pi by 4? Okay, so now this is going to be x2. So this is 1 plus this pi by 4 whole square sine pi by 4 over pi sine pi by 4. So I have this as 0.6465. For x3, I need to change all these pi by 4 with the answer. Like I need to write it like this in my calculator. Answer square sine answer over pi. You don't need to write all of this. This is how you will be writing in your calculator, okay? Now, so this gives me 0.6614. Now I only need to press this equal, keep on pressing this equal button and keeping on noting them down. This is 0.6575, okay? And I have x5, again pressing equal button, 0.6585, 0.6585, okay? Then I have x6, 0.6582, okay? 0.6583, 0.65. So we have this converged here, 0.6583. So finally, we have to give the answer correct to how many decimal places? 2 decimal places. So we have the alpha or x right now. This is going to be 0.66. That is our alpha. Okay, this is the smaller root of these two equations. Okay, now the last part is very interesting. It says deduce the value of beta correct to 2 decimal places. Like we have to deduce it without further working or using any other formula here. We have to find this beta. Any idea how to find this beta, bacho? Please be quick. How to find this beta? Okay, we need to go back to this diagram over here. Now this is 0.66. How can I find this beta?
Sir, pi by 2 में से 0.66 को minus करेंगे and we'll be adding that value to pi by 2.
Thank you very much. So basically we're using this concept of symmetry over here. You see that this distance between pi by 2 and alpha has to be same as the distance between pi by 2 and beta over here, like this distance over here, okay? So you find this distance, that is pi by 2 minus 0.66, and then you add that with the pi by 2, that will be your beta. Do you have any question, bacho? That will be your beta over here. That was the most interesting part in this question.